How's it going, guys? My name is Alex.
Good evening.
And welcome to a new video. So as you know, there is 2 weeks to go till eFootball 2026, but unfortunately there is nothing. We only know so much. Unfortunately, Konami is just lagging behind when it comes down to marketing. EAFC has released 3 trailers already, and the last one, which we're going to be taking a look today, is a deep dive for the career mode, where you can play offline games, of course, like complete some challenges. It's very, very entertaining. And obviously all the licenses are here. But for Konami, they didn't show us any sneak peeks of gameplay. They obviously gave us a little bit of info what to expect for Football 26. Like there is going to be an event called Treasure Link. There is going to be a link-up play with the manager boost. You're going to be getting some advantage by having certain manager and certain players like that affiliation for the club or for nationality. But that is so vague, and we haven't seen a single bit of gameplay, or like at least a little bit of a teaser video. EAFC on the other hand, and obviously, by the way, speaking of the packs, so many people are, just because there's 2 weeks to go, by the way, there's eFootball Hub which is doing the promo, like no, instead of Konami is not doing the countdown. eFootball Hub, I think they're not paid by Konami. They're doing the countdown, they're adding the graphic, and this is just the dedication of the next level for people who are not getting paid by football. They help the game. They help promote the game instead of the organization itself. Where we're weird, we have the Japanese players to be dropped very soon, and obviously there is Gareth Bale. You can cop Gareth Bale avatar. That means that probably there's going to be a rerun of the pack. Will there be a 300 players, 250 players? I hope it's going to be 150, and I might be tempted to spend some of my coins, because this Bale is akin to Pele, one of the best built players because of his physicality, and he can dribble, and he has the balance, and he has, of course, phenomenal finishing and great kicking power. Absolutely cracked card, so there's a chance we will see Gareth Bale. But that's all we know about Konami's game, though. So we need to know what's happening. Why Konami is not reluctant to drop a trailer like this, like EA is doing. It's a mode that is has been a thing in past games before. It was called Master League, and I think it was closest thing to this career mode. But EA has that, so you can play that. I mean, Konami somehow gatekeeps that still. They don't release it. No teaser, sneak peeks. The moment they release these, I'll be posting a video. In the meantime, let's take a look at what's happening in AFC.
Play called Manager Live, with challenges that test your ability to recreate famous managerial achievements or complete themed objectives. An active manager market with sackings, caretakers, dynamic manager ratings, and unique opportunities to take over at new clubs. An overhauled gameplay experience called Authentic Gameplay, tailored specifically to making career realistic. The introduction of unexpected events based on the twists and turns of modern football, and an overhaul to analytics that equips you with deeper stats across different leagues and multiple seasons.
Yeah, you see, the idea is that they introduce 2 gameplays, so next season you'll be able to play. I think you won't be able to select. It's just tailored to certain modes. Offline modes or like career mode, this will be mostly for you to enjoy the game, so it's going to be called Authentic Gameplay. Players will be sleeping, there's going to be dynamic weather, a lot of shadows, additional graphics, but when it comes down to competitive gameplay, realistic gameplay, or like whatever it is going to be called, like it's going to be a little bit simplified and obviously catered towards you being able to execute commands quickly. Everything will be activated without any input delay, lag delay, so this is great.
Let's talk first about Manager Live, starting with all new challenges. Think of these as careers centered around specific goals or storylines. We know our community already sets these types of challenges for themselves, crafting unique narratives by building careers around certain accomplishments. With Manager Live, you'll now be rewarded for reaching those goals and be inspired to take on new challenges and create new stories. You'll see a variety of challenges throughout the year. Some might be short, like navigating 5 pivotal matches at the end of a season, or take several seasons to complete, like recreating a historic triple promotion.
Yeah, this is nice. Historic triple promotion, I think they're talking about Wrexham. And the idea is that they're looking at what content creators are doing, right? So they are posting videos of them, like, I replicated the career of like Jamal Musiala, and like I just started playing with a player and he was younger, and just went through all the ranks, and now he is a star for Bayern Munich, for instance. Now, EAFC notices what community likes to do and tries to implement that and add you this as an objective, right? So in the career mode, so my face is covering that, you will see that there is an objective, right? So race out of the traps and start the season strongly. There is the teams that you're facing, and the objective itself is just matches won in the starting League 5. So it's nice. It's a little bit of variety. Let's take a look at the icons that are in the game.
Manage a career with icons and heroes, which gives you the opportunity to mix eras and manage some of the all-time greats.
There's Zlatan.
As you set up your career, you'll be able to fill your squad with any icon or hero that you've earned so far. And with the Ultimate Edition, you'll receive 3 more icons at launch to kickstart your careers. Manager Market is another big innovation this year and something you've been keen to see introduced. You'll now be able to view every league to see which positions are open, how likely you are to be considered for that job, or even which managers are at risk, so you can target their club as a future opportunity.
Yeah, great. All these details you can obviously watch. I'm not going to be watching the Manager Market, all these details, but like the idea is that there is so much subtlety in like, this is pretty much a playing Football Manager at this point with the option of playing EAFC itself. The gameplay is just the most questionable part, but they are promising it to improve it. I'm not a spokesperson for EA. I have no idea if it's going to be good or not. But I've seen people who play this game religiously and make content on the EFC. They've been very, very optimistic about the new upcoming EFC game. And for those who like enjoy like the offline modes, they'll be really probably happy to play this. So let's try to see what's the authentic gameplay is about.
Gameplay deep dive. Korea now has its own dedicated gameplay experience called Authentic Gameplay, tailored specifically to deliver the immersive, true-to-football experience our Korea players want. In addition to refining the gameplay fundamentals, from goalkeeping and tackling to passing, pace and physicality, we've recalibrated...
Yeah, we've seen this before. We've seen this before the gameplay and the updates. I made a separate video reviewing the update for football and for EFC. So the unexpected events part is probably interesting. So that's what will happen, right, in your career mode. Fabrizio Romano featured in the game too. Crazy, bro. Insane. What about Ornstein? Is he not worthy of your... is he not, like, doesn't he have, like, million followers? Is he not featured here?
Expected events also new this year. And like Manager Market, they're built to deliver more of the variety, excitement and unpredictability we see in real-world football. Each unexpected event.
During your team's stay at a hotel, a late-night fireworks celebration has disrupted the team's sleep. Some of your players look visibly tired and you will need to check on your team sheet and decide if they have enough energy. This is nice. Like, this is actually pretty cool. So, like, the way, like, maybe, like, the game itself is a little bit unrealistic in terms of the player movement, and maybe they're working on that, right? So that's why I play football. But if they are, if you talk about... this type of a subtlety, like that's Konami is just so like miles away from like reaching, and they don't even have the mode to begin with, right? So I mean, but we already have like a scripting or DDA, whatever you guys call it, in the game. So that's akin to having fireworks celebration before the game starts and players being tired and not want to perform for you.
Will test you in different ways as a manager. Some events affect you financially. A budget malfunction could freeze your funds for a limited amount of time, or a new behind-the-scenes documentary at your club could leave you with fresh cash to spend.
Okay.
Other events affect your dressing room. A wage leak could cause unrest, or you could find yourself in a contract showdown with a star player. Each unexpected event is an opportunity to step up and make the right choices to navigate whatever comes your way. It's important to note, however, that unexpected events are optional. When you start a career, you'll be able to choose how frequently they happen or turn them off entirely.
Hi.
We've overhauled stat tracking this year based on your...
Imagine every game there's something that happens and you need to like always tinker with your squad. Probably gonna be a challenge in Overhauled analytics. So yeah, they're doing some scouting work, right?
Feedback. You'll now be able to see in-depth data for up to 5 leagues of your choice, from top goal scorers and assist makers to match ratings, clean sheets, and more. And
yeah, this is what we need. I'm not even talking about like we need a career mode in eFootball. I need to see how many clean sheets did my goalkeeper keep. I want to see how many goals my player scored in PvP games, not combined, where I'm simming games and my players are slacking, not scoring goals. And then I don't see a goal a game ratio, which I would prefer to see, of course. So like a deep breakdown of like players' performance and maybe a rating at the end of the game. That's what Konami can maybe introduce. Similar akin to having an app, right? You know who scored app or like FOTMob or whatnot. So you see like the rating of the players post game and obviously the stats of the player and maybe hit map as well. So all of that for player right? So then maybe you can make a weighted decision whether the players in that certain position was a good idea, or in general, just maybe you should change your tactic or approach.
You can assign scouts as you look through the data, so you don't miss out on players you discover through the analytics. Now,
Yeah, this is just crazy, man. The fact that you have all these licenses for the Premier League, eh?
That's what we hear from you most, and we're confident that realism will be the heart of Korea in FC26. Thanks to the new manager market, unexpected events, deeper stats, dedicated authentic gameplay, and even new challenges to mirror true football storylines and repeat the feats of real-world managers. Look out for more career details in the pitch notes. And
All right, so I like it. I like the trailer and the fact that they have this mode for people who like maybe don't really prefer to play with female players in full Ultimate Team, because for me, like, it's a little bit we are entering this fairy tale territory when like Morgan or like, I don't know, Beaumart. I mean, even though they're fantastic players, but they're like better than Pelé according to stats just because they have better card. It's a little bit fraudulent in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of that, but AFC fans have like accepted that, then they still enjoy the game. For me, Ultimate Team is not as fun, but having a career mode when I can pick a Chelsea team or like a Liverpool team or Manchester United team and make a, like, or maybe even like a underdog team, right? And do a promotion and do like a, maybe reach like top 4, play Champions League. That can be appealing to some. I'm not saying that I will be committing to that, but I will definitely give it a try. Let me know what you think about the lack of updates from Konami. I think it's a little bit disgraceful, but that's their style. They never been flashy. They never shown any teasers, and always their competitors have been like 1 or 2 steps ahead. In this instance, that's 3 steps ahead, because we've seen 3 different trailers from EAFC already, which are their biggest competitors. So Konami doesn't really care about competitors, probably just because they get all the revenue from microtransactions on mobile game anyway. So yeah, that's been the video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next. Peace.